You know, I like the enthusiasm. I think this group enjoys the practice. You know, we just gotta do a better job of coaching them to stay on their feet, and it's a learning process. This is our first day the way we install. So this is the first day we ran a lot of these schemes, a lot of these formations. But they're enthusiastic. You know, we got to teach them how to prepare better. You know, as far as before practice. But they're enthusiastic, so that's good.
Neil said a lot of guys on the ground.
Yes, too many guys on the ground. Too many guys on the ground. You know, we're trying to do a team setting there. You know, that's just so much part of the game now. You want to keep everybody up. And, you know, people on the ground, people falling, rolling ankles, and losing time. That's what you can't have.
We see from your center. I know that's still a work in progress here.
Yeah, it is. You know, Barrett, he's learning. You know, that's a tough position just to come out and you haven't played much. I haven't played at center at all. So, you know, he's going to get better every day. That's what I challenge him to do, get a little better every day.
What led you to move him to that position? His center. I know he played a little bit of guard.
Yeah, I mean, you know, his body type is a center. He's smart. You know, he's been around long enough now where he's respected, and he's really got a great voice control and communication. That's the big thing, is being able to communicate with the other guys.
How does Mays fit into that picture too?
You know, he's working center and guard. You know, and I got to see what he can do. That's the biggest thing with all these guys. We just got to see what they can do. You know, today was a little bit of a glimpse, but it was still all outside zone scheme, so it wasn't as much power stuff as we want to run. So he's definitely going to fit in.
Are you a big experimenter? Do you like to move guys around?
No, I like to try to find left side players, right side players up front, and you know, and just get the best five out there on the field. You know, that's the biggest thing. Is I like to let them stay there till they learn it. You know, and then once we get second half of spring, if we see a guy, hey, he might be a little bit better here, then we'll move him. But I don't like to do it every day.
Along those lines, you moved the right side guy to the left, Colton.
Yeah, I mean, Colton just because I think he's one of our best O-linemen. I think you got to put him at left tackle. You know, he's going to run into some. You know, he had some trouble today with his set just because first time he's really done it live. You know, but I think he can be a really good left tackle in this league.
Was there any semblance of timing today, or is that still a work in progress with your whole group?
You know, the good thing is that several of these guys played together, and they're really tight group, and that's why I like it. So there's still some of that timing, but it's getting better. It's going to get better.
How are you managing the time between working with the line individual and then trying to get a feel for the whole offense? Is that more video work later? Or?
No, right now I'm strictly focusing on the offensive line. There's enough guys here that like to watch the ball. You know what I mean? There's very few people that like to watch the guys that don't have the ball. You know, me and Tyler Orlowski, my GA, does a great job. Played here, and he really has some really good knowledge of the O-line. The guys really respect him, and he's a huge part of it. He's not just a GA. He's like my assistant O-line coach. We break up drills, but I'm really just focusing on the O-line right now.
Do you see? I mean, it's hard without pads, I guess, to know. But do you see anybody sort of pushing the top five right now? Sort of any of those sort of second?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I hadn't seen enough. You know, it's been fake football for 2 days. That was the first day around. I haven't watched the film yet, so we'll see.
Stud today. When you bang him? What's the schedule like for banging him? And
you know, we thought about going full pass today, but we kind of pulled back being the first day because then we'd really be on the ground. So I think once we feel good about these guys, understanding how to keep their feet under them, and understanding how to you know, come up on a running back or a receiver and break down and be in position, you know, we're probably not going to go full pads until we feel good about that.
Is patience the most overlooked part of coaching, especially at this time of year when you're trying to put things together?
Oh yeah, no doubt. You got to. You know, as a young coach, I always wanted things to happen right now. You know, and as I've done it for a while, you understand, hey, you got to take baby steps. Like I said, I just talked to my guys about, hey, you're not going to be great. You just got to get a little bit better every day. Just find one thing you can get better at every day. And that does take patience as a coach because you want it to happen right now.
Did it take you a while to learn that?
It did. It did. And I'm still not great at it. I'll go ahead and tell you. I still lose my patience. But
I found most coaches aren't really.
Yeah. By the time I get good at it, I'll be too old to coach probably. So.
But the willingness and the cooperation is there so far?
No doubt. These kids have not dreaded practice. They've had positive attitudes. They're great in the film room. You know, they really enjoy being around each other. And they enjoy practicing. And you know, I think once we teach them, you know, how to prepare and how to actually be out there at practice and stay on their feet, we're going to get better.
How much of the install is O-line oriented? Obviously, with quarterbacks and skill guys, we know there's different terminology. How much of the install is different for the O-line guys?
You know, it's all the schemes that we run. We're basically an inside zone, gap team, and outside zone, they've run all those in the past, so it didn't change it a whole lot. Just kind of changed the way I teach it. They understand the scheme, so it's not a lot of difference. There's some different technique stuff, and there's some different words and the way we teach it. But other than just knowing what we're doing, we're not doing a whole lot of option stuff or anything crazy like that.
Just listening to Neil and you, I'm getting the sense that you're coaching them how to practice as much as you are coaching football right now.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. That's such a big part of it. Is they got to learn how to practice. They got to learn how we want our drills run. They got to learn the tempo of the drill. Each drill's a little bit different, but you're trying to get something done. But everything's not all out. Some of it's teaching stuff, and they got to learn how you want them to run the drill.
Do you understand everything that Neil says on the mic? We're getting a lot of echo out there in that Kentucky drawl, man. Sometimes
No,
make it out.
I got a script, so I don't listen to a lot of stuff he's saying. And I don't know if you noticed, but O-line, we're almost separate from what they're doing. So he's not always talking to me. So if he's trying to get my attention, usually he's got to start screaming at me. I'm not always listening.
How long did it take you when you were at Troy to get these guys organized and practicing the way you want them? What is the process there for you?
It took us. A lot of it depends on really how good you are and how much depth you have. But it took us, until, probably halfway through camp to get them where they understood what you wanted and staying on their feet, because there's such a competitive side of it that they want to lay out for tackles and lay out for blocks. And, you got to teach them, hey, we can't do that every day. Everybody's going to be hurt if we do that every day. So once they learn that, to understand to be competitive but also be in good body position, that's when we'll start getting a lot better.
You always in shorts in practice? Classic
Not
offensive line
always.
coach?
I'm not making that. Not up here. Now, Troy, I can say that. Up here, I'm not making that statement. I already told him. I said, I'll try to stay in shorts as much as I can, but there's some days up here where I got to feel I'm going to be wearing at least one pair of sweatpants.
Okay, thanks, Coach.